What it do? What it do? It's your man B.Sewell 513 and I'm back again. What's up, Chargers fans? Boat up. Listen, it's day 2 of 32 draft grades. We doing hashtag 32 videos in 32 days. Today we gonna tap into y'all, but I will let y'all know we got one thing in common. Fuck those Chiefs. All right, now listen, if you like the voice, before I get too far, if you like the voice, you like the sound, and you like how this video goes, all that I ask you to do is to comment your thoughts below. Let me know how you feel about the video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get it. All right, first of all, I would like to address the elephant in the room for me is hopefully you guys can keep Austin Eckler happy. But worst case scenario, I thought that Isaiah Spiller had enough talent coming out of Texas A&M, and hopefully he can show immense progress entering year 2. So let's talk about round 1. Quentin Johnston, 6'4" wide receiver out of TCU, one of the best prospects coming out of the draft. At one point was considered wide receiver 1 due to his size and run after catch ability. But we all know how they break down prospects from a delicious full course meal to just the ingredients. And I will say he has the ingredients for success with this offense. You pair him with Kenan Allen in the slot, Mike Williams on the other side, and big strong arm Justin Herbert, and you got yourself a dynamic offense, baby. Let's go. Round 2, Tuli Tuipilotu, edge out of USC. Some said he was a bit undersized at the weight, but I will say, and I'm from this school of thought, that if you can play, you can play. This man had 13.5 sacks, according to ESPN.com last season, and 19 over the past 2 seasons. You pair him with a healthy Bosa, a healthy Khalil Mack, you get them guys a breath of fresh air, and he's going to put quarterbacks on their back. Watch out, AFC West. Round 3, let's talk about Daiyan Henley. This is a very interesting prospect, a prospect that I've seen name floating around throughout the whole draft process. And I was so reluctant for some reason to check him out because they said he was a former wide receiver and everybody was just hyping him up. But you know what? I decided to hop on that train as well and watch his game. And you can see his wide receiver ability because, man, this dude got ball skills. He has great coverage ability and he's really a top-notch blitzer, I might say. So you pair him with the healthy Kenneth Murray, and you got yourself a dynamic duo at the inside linebacker position. Round 4, Derius Davis. I feel like this guy is an elite returner. I think everybody feels that way if you watch his highlights or if you're familiar with TCU. This is a guy that I wanted my beloved Cincinnati Bengals to draft for that exact reason. He reminds me of Jakeem Grant, Marquise Goodwin, like a faster DeAndre Carter. This is a guy that, like a lot of short guys that are small, can take the top off if not pressed. Man, he could definitely take the distance. Jet sweeps, bubble screens, all of those things of good natures. I feel like he's another great gadget, great weapon for Justin Herbert. Round 5, you guys went ahead and took Jordan McFadden out of Clemson, a guy that played at 6'2", left tackle. You know, when you look at that, you think, man, this guy's undersized. But what you guys showed with Jamari Sawyer last year, I mean, I really have no doubt that this front office just knows what to do when it comes to drafting offensive linemen. You got Corey Lindsey, Johnston, hopefully a Rashawn Slater, and you can say that you might have one of the best offensive lines in football if everyone stays healthy. And I will say, I like Jordan's neck roll, bro. It's just like, it looks kind of gangster to me. I'm just being honest. And so in round 6, I would say, I wasn't familiar with Scott Matlock out of Boise State, defensive tackle. Not really familiar with this game, but he seems like a solid dude, and hopefully he can provide depth in the trenches. Round 7, you guys went ahead and got Max Dugan. I got to let me down against Georgia. I didn't pick them to win Georgia, but I mean, I wanted them to cover the spread at least. And, man, he didn't show up big time, but I always thought he was athletic and he has a big time arm. He's a solid backup quarterback. I think him and Easton Stick should make the preseason fun for you guys to watch. I want to talk about 2 undrafted free agents that I was familiar with throughout the draft process. Number 1 is the nose tackle, Jerrod Clark out of Coastal Carolina. This is a guy that I said, this is a guy that I saw his name a lot during the draft circuit, pre-draft circuit. I'm surprised he went undrafted. I mean, this guy shows immense strength. He's a great big body nose tackle prospect. I believe this guy will make the 53-man roster due to his tape that he's going to put out in the preseason. I just don't think he's the type of guy that you can just sit on the practice squad. I think somebody will come snatch his ass up real quick. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about cornerback Tiawan Mullen out of Indiana. This is a guy that I seen after his freshman season. I mean, he had great highlight tape. I mean, he had great plays against Garrett Wilson, David Bell, some of the better receivers at the time, young receivers at the time in the Big Ten. And I'm just completely surprised that his name kind of just disappeared over the past few seasons. I'm not sure why. I didn't really get too much in depth, but I was very familiar with his name and his game from 2020. But it's B.Sewell 513. I hope you guys like the video. I will give you guys A for this grade due to the fact that you got a guy like Quentin Johnston, the guy that can provide a weapon for this offense. Derius Davis and the special teams. I just think you guys address some good needs, man. And I'm giving you guys an A, man. I hope you guys agree with me. And we got more content on the way. Let's get it.